Hey, welcome back, guys. Episode 4, titled The Way We Were, was an episode of meetings and arrangements highlighted by Rock's meeting with the new supplier, Kanan's meeting with Quan, Unique's meeting with the widowed Baselli, and Marvin connecting both Early and Stefano. The result of each of these exchanges will pay dividends in the latter portions of this season, for better and most definitely for worse. I'm here to break it all down in typical Top 10 WTF fashion. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my Patreon family. If you'd like to be the next one, hit the link pinned to the comments below. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things power. Here we go. WTF moment number 10. Down goes Tremont. While enjoying what would be his final blunt on his hotel balcony area, Tremont Stinson is attacked and ambushed by none other than Marvin, who bludgeons him upside the head, sending him falling like a tree in the woods, and carries him right on down to his own version of a makeshift torture chamber. WTF moment number 9. Uncle Marv's House of Horror. Confined to a chair in Marvin's chamber, Tremont is beaten profusely in compensation for his transgressions against the Thomas family 2 seasons ago. Marvin is generally an artist in the realm of beatdowns, but he adds some hilarious beats to his normal routine, including Russian roulette to go along with some of those gut punches. WTF moment number 8, hip-hop. While working in the studio with Rilla on a new track, the session is interrupted by Imani Okoye, the new product manager for Rilla, sent by Lowell to assist Lou. As much as she'll be an asset to the recovered Thomas, she may prove to be a liability as well, simply due to the meta message of their pairing, one representing hip-hop and the other representing pop. In fact, there's even an exchange between the two where Lou rebukes Pop and prays that hip-hop never follows such a direction, which we obviously can say is futile in the year of our Lord 2025. The marriage of hip-hop and pop was an inevitable transition, but it's also led to the former's destruction to some degree. So the question is this: could there be a similar destruction on the horizon for Imani, Lou, and Rilla? I guess that remains to be seen. WTF moment number 7, husband stalker. Now, y'all all seen that movie Wife Stalker over the weekend, right? Well, in this episode, Juke and Mara run into their own version in reverse as they leave the lady bar. Upon Mara noticing the man, she fervently turns directions and attempts to flee from him, only for Juke to be knocked to the ground and Mara to be subsequently taken. Upon being pushed to the pavement, Juke suffers visible scars upon her face, scars that will be redeemed in the worst way by her father and ultimately Juke herself later in the episode. WTF moment number 6, an early opportunity. Or should I say, an early dilemma. Intending to make good on his blunder at the bookie house, Marvin introduces Early Tyler to Stefano in hopes of installing him in the bookie business that his former soldier once ran. Early gleefully jumps at the opportunity, but not without Stefano warning Marvin the dire consequences that could accompany any foul-ups in the endeavor. Now, although this is critically a bad move and judgment call by Marvin, he could be attempting to keep Early closer and fish for more information by doing him a solid on the affair. Something to keep an eye on. WTF moment number 5, attack on Rock Island. After enlisting the help of one of Rock's former associates and flunkies, Unique wages an all-out war on Rock's drug operation, literally, by attacking her supply chain, shooting up her henchmen, and causing losses to her product overall. The effort isn't without consequences though, as Damon, the foolish underling of Unique, loses his life in the matter, and Unique nearly escapes with his own, proving in this scene that he's just as mortal as anyone left in the series. WTF moment number 4, the wolf and the fish. After a meeting with Snaps and Pop, and being inspired by them to move heavily in his own right, the troublesome duo put him face to face with Rock's current disgruntled supplier, Quan. After a positive interaction with Quan, Kanan uses that as a bridge to the big fish in Queens, Stefano Marchetti himself. However, upon meeting face to face with the Italian mobster, Kanan is furiously rebuffed, chastised for the disloyal maneuver, and informed that Rock even borrowed that ransom money to save his hide last season, a fall ploy to begin with, if you remember correctly. The question that remains from this interaction is this: will Stefano go back and tell Rock of this treacherous attempt? And if so, what will her response be? WTF moment number 3, plugged in. After beating the living daylights out of Tremont and gaining access to his heroin connect in the process, Rock meets with the mild-mannered gentleman and informs him of her true intentions to never be subject to any supplier again, but to become the supplier herself. From that meeting, she gains an opportunity to come back by herself in order to meet the big plug. And though sketchy at first, the meeting ultimately goes well as she ends up face to face with Hafiz, who lets her know that although he is full at the moment, this is an interesting opportunity that will require more time to cement. Now this is a move that truly empowers Rock against all of her enemies, both unknown, such as Unique and Kanan, and known, such as Quan. WTF moment number 2, worst fears confirmed. While spending a rare quiet day at home, Rock is interrupted by 2 detectives in search of Andre Barnes, her slain lawyer. She learns from the men that he is indeed slain, and is questioned if she knew any of his whereabouts after their last meeting. Rock furiously denies any wrongdoing or involvement in his death before showing the 2 gentlemen the door. Now these detectives are very mysterious because to this point, we've seen and known every officer that works for the NYPD, at least on the detective side, but we've never seen these gentlemen before. Remember, Andre did mention having moles inside of the FBI, and if he had moles inside of the feds, he definitely had moles inside of the NYPD. Could these men be cut from that cloth potentially? And if so, are they willing to play by the rules in order to find the perpetrator behind the death of their comrade? And WTF moment number 1, the birth of Jukebox. Upon finally making it home, Marvin notices the scars and scabs all over Jukebox's face. Taking matters into their own hands, the 2 track down Mara's husband's location, and Marvin initially enters the home just planning to teach the man a lesson about keeping his hands to himself, with Juke requesting that he leave his gun in the car. In true Marvin fashion, he opens the door fist first and gives the man a taste of his own medicine that he's likely given out to Mara on several occasions and only introduced to Jukebox on this rare one. Marvin beats the man profusely before he gets the better of him on the other end by stabbing Marvin with a hidden blade. Then, after agitating the wound, he nearly places that blade in Marvin's face, only to be fatally struck by Juke, courtesy of a bullet to the head. Even more shocking than the kill itself is Juke's reaction to the destruction. She finally felt the power that comes along with taking another man's life. And based on the Juke that we met in OG Power, this is her first and not the last taste of that sweet blood. Some lingering thoughts before we end today's video. I wasn't a great wife. Most days I wasn't much of a mother, but when I tried to do better, it was too late. Y'all had washed your hands of me. You know what that feel like? When you dying, all you got is time to think. This quote from Mama Joyce is critical in understanding the generational curses that are currently prevalent in the Thomas family, particularly with Rock and Kanan's relationship. Rock has made a multitude of mistakes in the name of love for her son, only to now exist in a situation where her son has chosen his own path, sans his mother's opinions on it. He's treating Rock how Rock once treated Joyce when she no longer had a use for the matriarch. Now, Rock has to face those demons and decide to offer Joyce the same forgiveness she's going to require of Kanan to not reach the same fate as her mom, a dying woman whose children can take her or leave her. It's very tragic when you consider the whole of the matter, as the scripture says. To further the point, Mama Joyce immediately adds, you know what I think about most days? I'm gonna be gone and nobody even gonna miss me. When the camera shoots back to Rock, we see her shaking her head in defiance to the unfortunate fate, as if to say, that won't be my story with my son. I still have time to fix things. I must have it. I won't lose him like you lost me. It's literally written all over her face, and we're going to see how she attempts to subvert the Thomas family curse in the episodes to come. There's still lingering tension between Jukebox and Crystal, and now that Jukebox has formally made her first kill, Crystal's on my list of potential death candidates, courtesy of Jukebox's gun. Again, now that Juke has caught her first body, she could potentially remove Crystal from the board for some unforeseen grievance against her beloved cousin. Or worse, it could be divine justice, as Kanan, though inadvertently, killed Juke's first love Nicole back in season 1 due to his faulty product turned fatal. And from where this commentator is sitting, Jukebox just may return the favor, so prayers up for Crystal, cause she just might get smoked. And lastly, notice Rock's reaction directly following the exit of Andre's mysterious associates, claiming to be detectives. The game began to minister to her in the wake of all of these attacks on her business enterprise. Something's not right, and it's all connected. This is the look she conveys to us in their immediate departure. The banging on the wall, the shaking of the head, even the dismayed look upon her face. Those hustler instincts are beginning to initialize, and she's putting it all together. And in the next few episodes, once all is truly revealed, it's going to be hell to pay for this damage. But that will do it for this one. What were your thoughts on Raising Kanan episode 404? Be sure to drop me your opinions in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop a $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.